Buenos días y buen bonitos a todos. Good morning and welcome, everyone. Welcome to a community dedicated to providing spiritual tools for living a happy and full life. My name is Karina Shearer, and I am the spiritual director and founding minister here at the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta. If you would like to join us for the live Zoom meeting, please contact me for the link and the password, or check our website, www.cslpv.org, on the weekly talk section. Today is Sunday, June 14th, 2026, and we are continuing with our topic this month, higher, deeper love. The topic for today is I was made for loving you. A reminder that the suggested book reading for this month is All About Love, New Visions by Bell Hooks. So at this time, I'd like to once again welcome everyone, including those that are new to our teaching and to our center in Puerto Vallarta, whether you are on the live Zoom call or watching the replay at a later time. Here we teach a philosophy that honors all faith traditions. So whatever path you are on, know that it is the right one for you. The philosophy we teach is called the science of mind. It's a teaching based on new thought and ancient wisdom, where we offer spiritual tools and principles to promote personal growth, and we honor diversity in all aspects. When Dr. Ernest Holmes first founded this teaching in the 1920s, he had studied both Eastern and Western spiritual texts in order to create the science of mind, which focuses on the individual use of thoughts and this powerful thing called the mind. When asked to provide a concise definition of the teaching, he had replied that it is a correlation of laws of science, opinions of philosophy, and revelations of religion applied to human needs and aspirations. So each week, we offer a service with an inspirational message. We offer the Zoom meeting at 10 a.m. and meet in person Sundays at noon. So please join us after the service to hang out and enjoy a cup of coffee and some great conversation with like-minded people. And now, as we always do, let's review our purpose, vision, and mission statements. We have a grand purpose here each week, and that is to celebrate diversity and to love and serve our community. This is done through our vision, creating the life you desire, which is supported by our mission to provide spiritual tools for personal growth and transformation. And now, as we do each week, let's review the creative thought affirmative prayer for today. And I'm reading from the Creative Thought magazine from June 2014. And as you know, affirmative prayer is always done in the first person. So I invite you to gently close your eyes and take these words as your own, if you so choose. In the presence and knowledge of knowing and accepting that there is but one life, one source, one power, and one presence, I am in constant celebration of this truth. This life is my life now in all its purity and goodness. It follows me wherever I go, since it is the essence and strength of my being. It is all that I am or can ever be. It guides me in every step of my journey toward a healthy and happy life. It is the breath of life that I inhale, causing every atom, cell, and tissue to vibrate the divinity within me. I claim that my constant companion is the light of spirit within me, shining its light into my every thought and word spoken. It enhances my growth in consciousness. I feel radiant and filled with the creative energy of the flow of spirit that has awakened the spiritual magnificence within me. I leap forward in this newfound awareness, and I celebrate every moment of my life as the radiance of that living presence of pure divinity that is at the seat of my soul. I give thanks for this acceptance and truth as it activates my life in a forward and upward movement of love, peace, joy, and light. This activation ceases all darkness and shines its light ever so brightly in all that I think, say, and do. For this I give great thanks. I release my word to law, and so it is. And that was originally submitted by Reverend Robert Villanova from New York City. So yes, we were born to live and love all life. And it's not as easy as it sounds. Life and love can be messy as well as imperfect. Still, we get to ask ourselves this question: how actively am I showing up as love in the world? In the book All About Love, Bell Hook wrote this: spiritual life is first and foremost about commitment to a way of thinking and behaving that honors principles of interbeing and interconnectedness. When we choose to live a spirit-filled life, we recognize and celebrate the presence of transcendent spirits. Some people call this presence soul, God, the beloved, higher consciousness, or higher power. Still others say that this force is what it is because it cannot be named. To them, it is simply spirit moving in us and through us. A commitment to this spiritual life necessarily means we embrace the eternal principle that love is all, everything, our true destiny. Despite overwhelming pressure to conform to the culture of lovelessness, we still seek to know love. That seeking is itself a manifestation of divine spirit. So this week, I Was Made for Loving You challenges us to see how our inner relationship with love impacts every connection. How actively are we showing up as love in the world right now? And Ernest Holmes wrote this: when we let the love that is within us go out to the God who is in all people and the divine presence that is in all things, then we are loving God with all our heart and with all our soul and mind, because we are recognizing that the spirit within us is the same spirit that we meet in others. This is loving our neighbors as ourselves. The love we cultivate within ourselves isn't a separate entity or isolated experience. It's our direct outpouring of spirit. This understanding fundamentally shifts how we view ourselves and our interactions. When we genuinely connect with the divine presence in our own being, recognizing it as the very essence of who we are, we naturally begin to perceive that same spirit in every person and every circumstance that we encounter. This means our capacity to truly love our neighbor, be it a close family member, a stranger, or even someone we find incredibly challenging, is directly proportionate to our awareness and acceptance of divine love residing within ourselves. This profound realization transforms everyday interactions from mundane occurrences into sacred opportunities. Each moment becomes a chance to affirm that inherent interconnectedness of all things and to consciously express the universal principle of love, making our lives a living testament to its boundless presence. The way that we interact with the world is fundamentally shaped by the love that we know internally. It's as if our inner wellspring of love dictates the color of the lens through which we perceive and engage with everything and everyone around us. When we cultivate a deep love within ourselves, we naturally extend the same spaciousness and compassion outwardly. This means our responses to daily challenges, our capacity for empathy with others, and even our ability to find beauty in unexpected places all stem from this internal reservoir. If we carry a sense of lack or judgment within, that too will reflect in how we meet the world. Ultimately, by nurturing the love within, we transform not just ourselves, but the very fabric of our shared reality. In Creative Living, Holmes wrote this: in its broadest sense, love is the impartation of the self, the givingness of everything we are or hope to be or have, and giving it in joy and without reservation, in complete abandonment. Love isn't always neat and tidy. In fact, it often shows up in ways that are messy, uncomfortable, and sometimes even painful. Do you remember your first love? It's often a mixture of wonder, excitement, and vulnerability. Sometimes we wonder what love should feel like when we choose vulnerability instead of withdrawal, or in the moments of heartbreak where we found the courage to keep our hearts open. It's when we cared so deeply that the possibility of rejection or loss felt significant. Even when the relationship ends, what often lingers is not just the memory of that person, but also who we were when our heart first opened. We remember the feeling of possibility, trust, and aliveness. For many people, first love ends with a mixture of gratitude and sadness rather than disaster. It can be painful because it is often our first experience of heartbreak. And without previous experiences, the loss we may feel overwhelming. Yet over time, many people look back on their first love as an important chapter in their growth. It's an acknowledgement that healing from past wounds through, although it's painful, is a profound act of self-love that expands our capacity to love others. When we allow ourselves to lean into these challenging aspects rather than shrinking away from them, we realize that love isn't absent. It's simply manifesting in its rawest, most transformative way. First love often serves as a teacher. This teaches us that our capacity for love is far vaster than we ever imagined, encompassing the entire spectrum of human experience. Our capacity to love doesn't diminish with the lost relationship, but instead it grows. Ernest Holmes wrote this: love begets tolerance, and tolerance begets understanding, which is being able to put oneself in the other person's place and see why he acts as he acts, why he does what he does. Thus, love can create a better world in which to live. It is the one power which can and must bring peace to a changing world. This is a story that's of the wisdom from Hinduism. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna teaches Arjuna that spiritual maturity is the capacity to see the divine everywhere. The true yogis see with equal eye all living beings in God and God in all living beings. The awakened person does not love others as an act of moral obligation, but because they have learned to see through the illusion of separateness. When we recognize the same divine presence in ourselves and in others, compassion becomes natural. Hospitality becomes sacred, and every encounter becomes a doorway into the one life. Holmes wrote this. When we let the love that is within us go out to the God who is in all people and the divine presence that is in all things, then we are loving God with all our heart and with all our soul and mind, because we are recognizing that the spirit within us is the same spirit that we meet in others. This is loving our neighbors as ourselves. Love is not merely an emotion. It's a creative force that recognizes unity. When we express kindness, compassion, generosity, and understanding, we are allowing that divine quality to move through us. Love is something we do. Love as a verb looks like listening when it would be easier to interrupt, offering kindness when someone is struggling, forgiving when resentment would be easier, telling the truth with compassion, showing up consistently for those we care about, respecting other person's freedom and dignity, choosing understanding over judgment. We express love through our choices, our actions, and how we show up for others as well as for ourselves. When we embody love as a verb, we transform abstract feelings into tangible expressions, impacting our relationships and shaping the world around us. This active, ongoing commitment to love cultivates a deeper connection to life itself, revealing its power to mend, unite, and elevate every aspect of our existence. This means that love is not something that simply happens to us. It is something we participate in. We practice it. And Karen Armstrong said this: surely it's better to love others, however messy and imperfect the involvement, than to allow one's capacity for love to harden. So as we integrate these deeper understandings of love, something profound is happening. We are becoming living examples of the very love we wish to see in the world. This journey isn't just about intellectual comprehension. It's about embodying the principles of compassion, acceptance, and interconnectedness in our daily lives. Each conscious choice to lean into love, even in discomfort, or to see the divine spark in ourselves and others, strengthens this living example. We are actively radiating the very essence of being open at the top, transforming our personal realities and contributing to a collective shift. It's a powerful realization that our personal evolution in love serves as a beacon, inspiring and uplifting all of those around us. And I'll leave you with this final quote. Love is as love does. Love is an act of will, namely both an intention and an action. Will also implies choice. We do not have to love. We choose to love. And that brings us to our affirmation for the week. I shine and share as love. So now it's time for our news and updates at our center. If you are interested in learning more about the Science of Mind teaching, we do offer courses via Zoom as well as in person. So connect with me or check our website to find out details of upcoming classes. And there is a survey for your input for upcoming courses. So please check that out and add in any of your suggestions so that we can plan dates for these as well. If you would like a one-on-one connection for a spiritual mind treatment, please contact me so we can arrange for this. And if you would like to commit to being a member of the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta for this current year, as membership is renewed annually, or if you would like to be on our board of trustees, please contact me so you can be sent the current form. I'd also like to remind you to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. And let me know if you would like to receive our weekly post on Substack. Excuse me. In July, I will be attending the Convention of the Americas again this year in Lake Chapala. And I will be offering a workshop. So I invite you to come and join with me for a week of love, wisdom, and community. You can register online through the link www.conventionoftheamericas.org. The early registration discount period has now been extended until June 20th. So you have just under a week to take advantage of this lower cost. And did you know that the Science of Mind magazine is also available online? For a 12-month subscription, the annual payment is $19.95. And since we are celebrating our 100th anniversary this year, we are challenged to get 100 new subscribers this year. Help us reach that goal. You can either scan the QR code in the top left corner or go online to scienceofmindmagazine.com and register for the online subscription. And now it is our time for mindful giving and financial support of our spiritual home. We rely on your support to continue our center here in Puerto Vallarta so that we can continue offering this powerful teaching of the science of mind. And we bless the financial gifts that you give, no matter the amount. You can donate either through PayPal or Tithely by going to our website, www.cslpv.org, and you'll find the donate buttons on both the landing page as well as on the page where you find the weekly talks. Alternatively, you can also mail in a paper check by addressing it to CSLPV number 403 2125 Birch Road, Kelowna, BC, B1Y 8N1. And now please join me in our offertory affirmation. I know that my giving blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I give and receive. I do give eternal thanks for the abundance that is mine to share. So thank you for coming and sharing this time together. And let's continue practicing peace. We can each be a force for peace and nonviolence. Our words and our actions create ripples of peace all around us and beyond. Peaceful living includes acting with compassion, kindness, and consideration. And it also includes standing up against injustice. Today, more than ever, we need to stand for peace. So hug your friends, your loved ones, and your neighbors. May peace and love be with you. Blessings to all. Namaste.